Hey guys, and welcome to a Prehistoric Kingdom video. Today I'm going to be taking you over some of the tips and tricks that I've used at the start of a challenge mode and how to make some money and survive. If you're struggling a little bit, this might help you out. So I'm on the medium difficulty, which down here in the bottom left is finances. You start out at 2.5 mil. Obviously I'm a bit lower because I've started. But you don't get a whole lot of money to be playing around with. So on to number one. These trees and the foliage all around the map. The map is huge, so there's a lot of them. You can actually click on them and demolish, and you can see my money in the bottom left as I do this goes up. So it's a bit of a cheeky, tricky way to get yourself some extra money if you're struggling, or if you just want some extra money because you've got a big build in mind, something like that. So yeah, that's a little cheeky one for you there if you need a bit of extra cash. Number two is about not going over the top on building the infrastructure. So that's whether that's the shops or decorations in the game. Obviously, we all want to make our park look beautiful and amazing. But it's all about not going over the top at the start when you don't have much money. So as you can see here, I've built a one shop and the toilets, and I've started to build an enclosure. You know, I don't need one of every shop, toilets all over the place. It's not needed right at the start. You know, put your money towards the dinos. That's what's going to be bringing in the guests. So, you know, you can come back and make them all look nice later on. Number three is the same as number two, but instead of for the decorations and the buildings, it's for the building in the enclosure. So as you can see, I've got one here. The key is to not really go in too big, essentially. Obviously at the start, you're only going to be able to get the smaller dinos, the ones that don't need as much. So this area here is probably plenty big enough for what you're going to actually be able to get right at the start. You don't need an enclosure this huge here. The walls in this game, they're not massively expensive, but it does start building up over time. So if you do a huge enclosure, it's going to cost loads of money. So only build what you need in terms of size of the enclosure. Number four is starting out small and working your way up. Now, sort of just what I said there as well. But you can't just get a T-Rex right at the start, we all know that. But things like the Ceratops, I think they're around 500k each, which after you've built all of this, as you can see, I could only make 2 of them now as it is, and I don't even have a nursery. So start out with the smaller. I think the Dryosauruses are the cheapest ones. So, you know, get a few of them. You don't have to go for the biggest ones. You know, it's going to cost a lot of money for food and all that stuff, you know. Start out small, get your money going up, get your guests in. And as your money starts going up, you can build the next biggest thing, and you work your way up to the biggest ones. That's how these games work. You can't just, you know, go all in and get a T-Rex or whatever straight away. You've got to work your way up. And finally, number five. This is a big one for me because I've struggled a lot in terms of games like Planet Zoo, and that is having a plan. You know, you need to draw these things out somewhere, whether it's, you know, on a piece of paper, on a notebook, or if you go into the sandbox mode. The sandbox mode is basically just a detailed piece of paper about what you're going to do in this game, essentially. Have a bit of an idea. You want to have an idea of what you're going to do before you start doing it. And the sandbox and stuff is a great place to do that because it's free. It doesn't cost you any money. Like, if I start building here, my finances will go down. Sandbox, you can limit your money. You have unlimited money. Do what you want. There's nothing more frustrating than building stuff and it not working out and having to start again and keep going over and over and demolishing and undoing. In Sandbox, it doesn't matter. You keep on doing that, plan out what you're going to do. You don't have to plan an entire park before you can start building it. You can do one enclosure at a time or an area at a time. You know, it doesn't have to be one big thing. You can do it for the little things, whether it's just a toilet block. Maybe you want to fit a toilet block in. You go in there and see if it'll fit. Basically have a second copy of your world where it doesn't matter what you do and how much money you spend, because the money's not really a thing. So I hope you've enjoyed. If this helps, please do drop a like and let me know what more content you want to see. If there's anything you need help with, or if there's any questions you've got, let me know. I might be able to answer in the comments, and I'll definitely be looking forward to making more videos on this game. It's really enjoyable so far. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.